find a way to run from the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a stunner. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice, raise your power, yeah.
Today is July 16, 2026. It is 4:40 a.m. This is video number 3. Video 1 and 2 are on Archewell Team Sussex, and this video, part of it will be on this channel, PYTE, and our part of Pew Service. I'm uploading something on the other one. All right, so the video version without any interruption will be on our part of Pew Service, and edited the manipulation of the video and reading the tweet will be on PYTE. All right, so oops, not that. Dismiss will be on PYTE. All right, so this is where I'll put it, and I'll read some of the comments and whatnot. All right, so let's go on X. This is the first tweet. Why Birmingham? Because for many wounded, injured, and sick service personnel and veterans, this is where their recovery began. All right, so let's listen. Again, the video without any interruption will be over here on our part of Pew Service, and the manipulation, the editing, change music if there are any music in the video will be over here. All right.
So Fisher House, it's been a big part of a lot of injured soldiers' lives.
It's so world class, the treatment that you get there really puts Birmingham on the map.
I was on the road in Queen Hospital. I was getting the news every day that something else had happened or something else had gone wrong. To come here, to have a break from all that meant such the world to not just me, but family.
If it wasn't for the staff here, a lot of the guys and girls wouldn't be where they are now. They wouldn't have recovered. So I think it's going to be great that people realise what a fabulous facility they have here.
To have the Duke come visit Fisher House, I think it's really important. A lot goes on behind the scenes that people don't realise. It's so beneficial to people who need these services.
I'm looking forward to Birmingham getting all behind it, because it's a massive thing.
It's great to see servicemen and women coming together and competing, but also the camaraderie between ourselves and every other nation across the same kind of thing. So it's a respectable street.
Anybody who's had to come through the doors of the QE knows how important Birmingham is. So I think having the games here in Birmingham is going to be so special to a lot of people who can take part, because essentially I think it's going to be like they're coming home.
You know, there's a music in it, so I have to manipulate it. As I was watching it, and I was thinking, if William swallow his pride, humble himself, and work with Harry in some of these issues, he will have had some respect by many. Because let's say Harry is still, obviously, he's still in the US. There are things Harry wants to do and require traveling. If William had put his head together with Harry, and Harry will want something to be done in the UK, and William is in the UK, and just ask William, look, I need this to be done. This is what I mean by swallow his pride. All right. I need this to be done. Go and this, let's say, the hospital, and meet with these people. Make sure this is done correctly or whatever. People will understand. You don't have to be the head and controlling and directing everything. And he has no focus, no passion for certain things. So while Harry has the passion for this, and Harry doesn't have to keep on traveling, he could easily Harry direct William, can you please do this for me? People will understand. But his ego and pride is just making him do stupid things, and people are rejecting it. Alright, so let's see here. Fantastic. Lovely to see some Invictus legend in this video and to see Harry doing what he does best. Also, so good to see Kath and Cake Lady. What an absolute sweetheart she is. Birmingham is a great city. We went to the Commonwealth Games there and it was fantastic. The facilities and the stadium for those with disabilities were outstanding. We understand now and we can't wait to be there next year. Your foundation needs to be audited. There they are here. They really want to mess this up for those veterans. You know, let's say Invictus, let's say the UK, the royal family decided to do what they did to Centre Bally, allegedly, to Invictus. It's not gonna impact Harry at all. Harry is fine. Okay? Who's gonna be hurting by this? By the destruction or the sabotage of Invictus if it happened? It's those people who's benefiting from it, those veterans, when the royal family and the government should have been focusing on them. Oh, Jesus Christ. And this idiot keeps on popping up on the comment section to write their stupidity. All right. Next one, and I believe this is my last one. I only have two. Yeah, two. All right, let's pause. As much as it pains me, I let him know I'm grateful. In 2011, J.J. Chalmers woke up in a hospital in Birmingham after a bomb explosion in Afghanistan. Now, an ambassador for the Invictus game, Chalmers speaks to BFBS Forces News on how meeting Prince Harry changed his life. Again, the full video will be on our Port of Pew service without any interruption, without editing the video if there is music. But over here, it will be manipulated, okay? 32 seconds.
Listen, I met Prince Harry a few months before the first games. I don't even think they had a name at the time when I met it, but he explained this concept of what he wanted to create. And it sounded ambitious, and it sounded like only someone with his platform, his power, his influence could pull this thing off. And ultimately, you know, we have him to credit for this. But for me personally, because the game's completely changed my life, I have him to thank and credit for that. And I do it. As much as it pains me, I'll let him know that I'm grateful.
He just
Listen,
doesn't.
I met Prince Harry.
Harry doesn't want to take credit. He just want to make sure everybody's is capable, doing their best. Invictus Ambassador J.J. Chalmers on Prince Harry. As an ambassador for the Invictus game, Chalmers speaks to BFBS Forces News on how meeting Prince Harry changed his life. And I'm glad he's bringing it up, you know, to let the people who change your life know that their impact, you know, they appreciate their impact. I think I mentioned in one of my videos is that there's someone I'm trying not to say the name and the position and the state. There's a person who have done something. He had held a very high level office in the state that I live in. And he created something that my kids benefited from. And during a ceremony of something, I approach him and I let him know I appreciate his work. And my kids have benefited from his work, and I truly appreciate what he has done, because he's probably maybe mid to late early 70s. And I approached him and I told him that, and he said, you know what? No one have ever said that to me. And I was like, you know, you could have easily retired and go enjoy your family, because now he's gonna have a grandkid, probably his first, so he's very excited about that. And I was like, you could have easily retired and go enjoy life with your wife. And he's like, you know, you're the first person who ever said that to me. And I was like, I'm glad, because I hope more people come up to you and tell you that, because the work that you are doing, I appreciate it. I benefit from it. My kids benefit from it. And yeah, sometimes you need to let them know. All right, of course he does. He's ambassador for the Invictus game. You can even see what Oh, please. Jesus Christ. Let's see if there's one more I could add. So I went to search for more things to add to this video. I think majority of them I've shared. Maybe I'll add this. It will be on our point of view service. I think I added already, but that'll be it, okay? Let's go into it. Come on.
A scientist, a father, a Paralympian, and a former Invictus Games competitor. We were tasked with a relatively run-of-the-mill routine operation, make sure that there was no IED threat within these two particular compounds. I crossed over from one side of the compound to the other, turned around, and I stood on a device that we'd missed. I won the gold medal at the very first Invictus Games, which was fantastic in and of itself. Then into the Paralympics, incredible. I remember lining up for that final. We were so nervous. I passed the line, but it was relatively close. Third place, there was a few seconds delay, and then up popped my name. I was like, oh, wow. After landing back in the UK, I'm back up in London, back at Imperial College, and I'm carrying on with my studies. I remember being fitted for my first set of prosthetics and was like, okay, there's some delta here between where I feel like prosthetics should be and where we actually are. Nice and colourful for kids, made it a lot smaller. Tried that in the lab, now taking it forward into a product that's ready for market. I feel the Invictus Games matters now more than it ever has done before.
I think I've shared this already. I may not share that on our point of view service because it's already there. Alright, so let's do a prayer. I put prayer for life. Let's take an image. Let's pick that one. A morning prayer. Oh God, enlighten my mind with truth, inflame my heart with love, inspire my will with courage, enrich my life with service, pardon what I have been, sanctify what I am, order what I shall be, and thine shall be the glory, and mine the eternal salvation through Jesus Christ my Lord. Amen. Alright, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that's it. Thank you for watching.